We know that State Hospital South is overcrowded by at least 100 and 150 patients. The new techniques in tranquilizer drugs and new treatment eventually going to relieve this overcrowding.
Many of these people will be able to go back into their own communities. Many of them can gain a livelihood for themselves and be self-supporting, or at least live with their families.
Well, does this mean that eventually, say within 4 or 5 years, that the patient load can drop?
Well, I feel it certainly will drop if we have to take into consideration the growing population in that area. But I'm sure that our population in our state mental hospitals will be less, and I think that we'll have shorter stays for the people who come there. Now, there are always some who cannot be cured and have to be kept. That's what we call, well, perpetual care. But that is going to be the minority, I hope, and I believe that that is true.
I would like to say a few words as superintendent of the hospital and give you an idea of what our plan, our philosophy here is for the treatment of emotionally and mentally sick people. We are called a hospital, but we rather look upon ourselves as being having an institute in human and family relations. In other words, it could be rightly called an institute of living. We have trained personnel who have become educated and have an understanding of the causes and effect of people living in our society and how they affect one another. We'd like to have the patients come to the hospital if they need our services, and we have something we can offer them. We would like to have them here for as short a period of time as possible and give them the treatments that they need and then get them back into the culture or the family or community from which they came. We feel that this gives them the best chance of overcoming their sickness and getting back into a normal way of life. I appreciate
attitude of the patients and employees has greatly improved in the past 3 years. The employees feel more free and feel easier working with the patients. They feel they're accomplishing more than they had in previous years. The difference in this building in the past 3 years is noticeable. 2 years ago, we had 160 patients on this ward. 100 of them were on lock ward. Now there are 128, and 100 in the past 2 years have been put on open ward. We have 128 on open ward.
Why did you come here this time, do you know?
Well, no, not precisely. I was in the LDS hospital in Salt Lake City for 3 weeks and had a lot of tests taken there. And the psychiatrist there recommended that I stay another week, but my husband came for me. I couldn't get word to him not to come.
That Dr. Brown?
I beg your
Which
pardon?
psychiatrist was that?
Dr. Madsen.
Madsen.
Yes, sir.
I see. He wanted to keep you a bit longer, did he?
Yes, he thought I'd better stay another week to straighten out my medications. He said they didn't know precisely what medications to give me to continue taking at home.
Was he the one that gave you Librium? The one you're having now? These capsules?
Yes.
He
Yes, he is the
recommended
one.
them, did he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, well, they seem to work very well, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Grand. How do you like it here?
Well, I'm lonely, other than being lonesome for my children, which is quite natural.
Oh, yeah. Did you make some friends?
Oh, yes. Yes, I make friends easily.
And you got a group?
No, I
You
don't.
don't, do you? No.
I've never been assigned to
You
a
got a
group.
job?
No, I was told I was to start working in the canteen, and the day I was to begin work over there, I was put on locked ward. I don't understand exactly why,
Well, we
but
thought it might be why just for a time anyway. So we knew more about you, see?
I see.
We still haven't got those reports back.
You haven't. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. What way?
Oh, I've learned to get along with people better.
Have you learned something about yourself?
Oh, a little bit.
Not much.
Well, I wouldn't say a great deal.
Well, then, how's going to happen when you leave here? You leave the pen. You think you'll be in trouble again?
No, I don't believe so.
Why not?
Well, I know what it's like there, and I
You
know
mean you were scared to be put back again? Is that the only reason?
No, I don't like it there, no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it's proper me anything.
But then you've been in the pen more than once, haven't you?
Yes, I've been there twice.
Yes.
Doctor, what about the problems of the geriatrics? As more and more of our citizens live more and more years, will this become an increasing burden on the state hospital system?
Actually, this particular problem you're referring to has been a problem at our state institutions for a number of years in the past, primarily because of the fact that it has been more or less accepted that the state institution was to serve, at least in part, as a state home for the elderly. This means that the time and effort and staff that we could put into taking care of the more acute psychiatric problems have had to be devoted to a large extent to the care of the geriatric patient, who's not strictly a mentally ill patient. We do not feel that this is, however, a function of the mental hospitals, but rather is something that can only be decided by the people through their legislature.
Doctor, with the addition of mental health clinics throughout the state, such as we now have in Boise, help the state hospital problem to any great extent? If so, what plans are there, if any, for such mental health clinics?
I think our experience has already shown that the operation of the Ada County Mental Health Center has had a definite effect upon the admission rate of mentally ill persons into State Hospital South, which of course serves the southwestern part of the state too. We would anticipate that the development of additional mental health centers in other population parts of the state would have a similar effect, and the final result should be a lessening of the demand for admission for the acute psychotic patient into the state hospital.
Doctor, what plans, if any, do you have for expansion of the state hospital system to meet the needs of a growing Idaho?
We have had plans in existence for such expansion for several years. In fact, at the last session of the legislature, we proposed definite expansion plans, so that what I might tell you is not any secret. For example, at Nampa State School, we had plans for an additional ward building and the central heating plant. At State Hospital South, we have hopes to get an admission and administration building, together with some recreational and rehabilitation facilities. Actually, at State Hospital North and the Tuberculosis Hospital, our facilities appear to be pretty adequate at this time.